6 foods to avoid if you have an enlarged prostate. Prostate enlargement is a common problem that occurs in men, especially over the age of 50. This condition can make it difficult to urinate properly and may cause frequent urination and pain around the pelvis, the abdomen, and the area between the scrotum and anus in men. So what's happening here? As you can see in this image, the prostate is a small gland which sits just underneath the bladder, the organ that holds your urine or pee, and your urine flows through this tube called the urethra. When the prostate starts to grow, becomes swollen, or enlarged, it puts pressure on the little tube connected to your bladder. This is where the problems start because your pee can't pass through the tube properly because of the swelling, and the liquid starts getting backed up and trapped inside your bladder. This can cause poor bladder control, especially during the night when you're trying to sleep. You may have an urgent need to pee, sometimes with only a small amount of urine coming out. You may have a weaker urine stream, which could potentially stop and start as you pee, or you may need to strain or push to start the stream of urine in the first place. Studies show us that prostate enlargement is caused by hormonal imbalances, where there is a buildup of anabolic hormones in the body such as estrogen, insulin, or DHT. Unfortunately, certain foods have been shown to stimulate these hormones, causing the prostate to become swollen and enlarged, raising the risk of prostatitis, infections, and a higher risk of prostate cancer. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the top 6 foods to avoid if you have prostate enlargement. You'll also learn about some simple lifestyle changes and remedies that you can use to help shrink your prostate and improve your urinary flow. Just a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only, so do speak to your doctor if you have any medical concerns. 1. Dairy. If you have an enlarged prostate which is causing problems with your urination, you must start cutting out dairy foods from your diet like butter, cheese, milk, yogurt, and cream. Dairy foods are produced from cow or goat's milk and contain natural growth hormones to help infant animals to grow. These can irritate an already enlarged prostate, causing the gland to start swelling up and putting pressure on your pee tube and bladder. If you don't have prostate problems, dairy foods are very nutritious and healthy. However, if you do have prostate enlargement, try cutting dairy out of your diet for 1 to 2 weeks and notice if your symptoms improve. 2. Vegetable oil. Most of the common cooking oils are made from highly processed and grains like soy, corn, cottonseed, canola, grapeseed, and rice bran. Contrary to the name, these oils do not come from vegetables. Vegetable oils are used in fast foods, ready meals, deep-fried meats, store-bought salad dressings, margarine, and coffee creamers. These oils are rich in inflammatory, omega-6 fatty acids, which can trigger massive amounts of inflammation in your prostate gland, and especially in your liver. Your liver plays an important role in balancing out your hormones and filtering out an excess that you don't need. But when you weaken the liver by eating these refined oils, hormones like estrogen and insulin start to build up in the body and cause the prostate to grow, and the walls of your bladder lose their tone and become weaker. So start cutting these out of your diet and cook your healthy meals at home, using extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed avocado oil, and organic raw coconut oil. I also suggest eating more omega-3 rich foods like oily fish, salmon, sardines, and pasture-raised eggs. These are anti-inflammatory and will counter any damage from eating too many vegetable oils. If you're finding this information helpful at all, please tap the like, subscribe, and turn all notifications on to stay updated with my latest health and nutrition tips. 3. Sugar. Whenever you eat refined sugar, flour, grains, or starch, your body quickly converts them into blood sugar. This can damage your cells very quickly, especially if you eat a lot of sugar in one sitting. To prevent death, your body releases insulin, a hormone that takes the sugar out of your blood and puts it into your cells to make fuel and energy. The problem is that when you continuously consume refined sugar and foods that turn into sugar, your pancreas pumps out more and more insulin. And insulin is a growth hormone, so high amounts make the prostate grow larger very quickly. The high level of sugar going through your kidneys also causes you to need to urinate more often, especially when you are trying to sleep at night. Start cutting down on your sugar, carb intake from fruit juices, sweets, biscuits, pastries, bread, sodas, cereals, and flour-based foods. Stop eating after 7 p.m. and allow your blood sugars to stabilize. You'll soon notice that you'll need to pee less and you'll get a much better night's sleep. 4. Unfermented soy. I already mentioned how soy oil is highly inflammatory, causing prostate enlargement and liver damage. However, it's also important to be aware of the cheap and expensive soy proteins that are being added to your food. Soy protein isolates are often added to diet shakes, ready meals, vegan meat patties, protein bars, baby formulas, and processed meats. Soy protein isolates cause a massive increase in insulin in the body, an anabolic hormone that can make BPH and LETs worse. Soy powder also raises estrogen, another hormone that can cause prostate enlargement in high amounts. Soy is also GMO, grown grown in the presence of chemical pesticides, herbicides and insecticides which are hormone disruptors. Finally, soy is rich in phytic acid, a chemical that can block your body's ability to absorb minerals like zinc, which are needed for normal prostate function. So if you have any prostate issues at all, cut out all unfermented soy products 100%. Organic fermented soy foods like miso, soy sauce, tempeh, tofu, and natto are fine. However, the microbes used in the fermentation process help to remove the harmful effects of soy, making it much healthier for the body. 5. Alcohol. Alcohol is a solvent which damages the hepatocytes, causing hormonal changes in the body such as raised estrogen and insulin levels. Too much of these anabolic hormones causes prostate enlargement and raises your blood pressure, causing weaker arteries and blood vessels. Cut down on alcohol, especially beer, which is very estrogenic. Consider drinking 1–2 cups of kombucha tea in the early evening instead to help relax your body and nervous system without excessive amounts of alcohol. This fermented drink supports the friendly microbes in your gut which help to eliminate toxins and produce more bile to keep your liver clean and your hormones balanced. 6. Processed meats. Processed meats include foods like salami, hot dogs, canned meats, pepperoni, and ham. Unfortunately, these are meats that have been processed and mixed with all kinds of chemical preservatives, nitrates, dextrose, sugar, soy proteins, and vegetable oils. Studies show that processed meats can increase the risk of cancer because of how they cause oxidative damage to the cells and form sticky proteins that clog up your arteries and cause blood clots. By damaging your liver, they also raise the risk of developing prostate cancer and make existing prostate problems worse. Cut out the processed and conventional meats and start eating higher quality meats from local farms. Ensure that your meat is grass-fed, grass-finished organic. This will ensure that no hormones and junk foods were fed to the livestock. Grass-fed meat is much higher in nutrients and will not contain the harmful chemicals added to processed meats. Grass-fed beef and organ meats like liver are packed full of zinc, heme iron, and proteins that support a healthy prostate gland and help to produce seminal fluid for reproduction. Please remember that everyone has a unique body and biochemistry, so it's important that you trial and error removing foods from your diet and notice if your urinary or prostate problems improve. Later in the video, I'm going to share with you 6 lifestyle changes and remedies that you can use to help shrink your prostate back down to its normal size. 6 causes of prostate enlargement. But first, let's look a little deeper at a few of the most common causes of prostate enlargement so that you can understand what's happening. The first and most common cause of enlarged prostate: eating too many refined foods like sugar, processed grains, and flour which deplete your zinc reserves, causing higher levels of DHT, insulin, or estrogen. Coincidentally, being overweight can also trigger prostate enlargement because the more fat you have, the higher your estrogen or insulin levels, hormones that could be making the gland grow. Another problem is that as we get older, our stomach acids become weaker, which reduces our ability to absorb zinc and other nutrients that are needed for a healthy prostate. If you have liver damage, you also more likely to have hormonal imbalances because your liver helps to filter out excess hormones. Non-organic foods that we have talked about in this video often contain trace amounts of pesticides and chemicals and all damage your liver, resulting in hormonal imbalance and potential prostate enlargement. Finally, if you already have prostate enlargement, dairy foods and processed meats may be making it worse because they contain growth hormones and hormone disruptors. How to shrink your prostate. 1. Start eating a small handful of pumpkin seeds daily, as these are some of the most potent BPH-fighting foods that you can eat. The zinc, phytosterols, and vitamin E in these work synergistically to reduce the prostate size by balancing your hormones. 2. If you have problems with urination, consider taking 120 milligrams of stinging nettle root 3x per day. This natural herb helps to reduce inflammation in the prostate so that you can empty your bladder normally. It works by preventing a buildup of DHT and estrogen. 3. Cut back on the foods listed in this video, especially dairy, sugar, vegetable oils, and processed meats, which are causing hormonal changes and inflammation in the prostate. Also, if you are a smoker, start cutting back and quit. Smoking injures blood vessels and encourages prostate enlargement. 4. To balance out these hormones, start consuming a salad every single day containing organic, cruciferous vegetables such as radish, broccoli, arugula, kale, collard greens, or cabbage. These vegetables contain sulforaphane and diindolylmethane, which helps your liver to filter out excess hormones that are causing your prostate to grow. Eat whole foods like tomatoes, organic grass-fed beef, shellfish, wild salmon, and avocados, and drink green tea. All of these foods contain properties that promote a healthy prostate and seminal fluid. 5. Start performing high-intensity interval training. Just 10 minutes of HIIT-2x per week can dramatically improve testosterone levels in men, helping to reduce other anabolic hormones like DHT, estrogen, and insulin. Exercise also helps burn excess sugar in the blood, which could be contributing to inflammation in the prostate. 6. Finally, if you are overweight in the belly region, or you drink alcohol daily, you may have a fatty liver, which is causing hormonal changes and inflammation in the body. If this is the case, follow an intermittent fasting plan, where you eat all of your daily calories in a 4-hour window, and fast for the remaining 20 hours. Fasting is one of the best tools to shrink an enlarged prostate, and also help clean out the liver of excess fat. 6. Panga vitia mins to shrink an enlarged prostate. If you'd like to learn more information on the top 6 vitamins that shrink an enlarged prostate, go ahead and tap on this video on the screen now.